Hey everybody, it's your old pal Steve Moore here from Run More out in Westminster, Maryland. Today we're going to be previewing 3 new Altra shoes coming out in May of 24. We have the Flow, the Form, and the Wild. This is sort of the new direction that Altra is going in. These are all 4mm drop shoes. So again, if you've been ride or die with Altra, they were a 0 drop shoe forever and ever, and that meant that the heel and the toe were on a nice level platform. So we've been seeing some stuff from Altras that are adding just a little bit of heel to it. So all of these are now with a 32mm stack height down to a 28, 4 across the board on all 3 of these shoes. Look, they're so fast, they're flying out of my hand. First off, I think it was hilarious that all of these, I was under a new tagline from Altra called Run More Effortless. So I thank you so much for Altra for the tip of the cap to us. So run more effortless. That is really what they're trying to accomplish with these by having just a little bit of a drop to it. And they're all built on a curve. They all have a little bit of a roly-poly to it, and they all have sort of different characteristics to it. So we're going to start with the Flow. And the reason why I'm going to start with the Flow is this is actually sort of a rebranding of a shoe that came out last year called the Altra Forward Experience, which won the award for worst name of a shoe ever. So it's nice that they actually updated it and changed the name because it was the worst name of any shoe I've ever carried. So first off, this was a very short life cycle shoe. You know, the Forward Experience came out in October of last year, and this was a shoe that a lot of people were very split on. A lot of people that were Altra ride or die were very shaking fist at the sky saying like, why would you change? We wanted you to be 0 drop. But from our perspective, from a retail perspective, it just helped introduce a whole new customer base to the brand. It gave us more reasons to pull it, to talk about the great rounded toe box and all the things that we like about the brand. So from our perspective, we like seeing some stuff changing with the drop. And honestly, by changing just the stupid stuff like the name and some of the aesthetics to it, I think it's going to make this shoe even more appealing to the masses. So first, just some of the nitty-gritty stuff on this shoe. This is a neutral trainer. This does not have Altra's famed Ego midsole. This is just a regular old performance EVA compressed kind of shoe there. There's nothing really named. There's nothing sort of overly fancy with the midsole, and I kind of like that because this is meant to be just an everyday neutral trainer. With its little roly-poly meta rocker platform, however you want to kind of get into that, this shoe does give that nice effortless feel to it. And this is a standard fit Altra, but I really, from some shoes from Altra, I have a hard time with the widths, but for me personally, on the old school, on the Forward Experience, and trying on the new Flow, even though it's just a demo, just trying it on, the width and everything seemed totally fine on it, and the sizing seemed pretty good. So hopefully you should feel pretty confident on a traditional size and width for yourself if you are looking to purchase one of these guys. So the Flow is now what the Forward Experience was. Neutral everyday trainer, 140 bucks. So now the introduction of a true new shoe from them. This is the Form. So this is the companion shoe. This is a same 32, 28 everyday trainer. The difference in the Form is that it is a stability model. Now, unlike some of the other stability models from Altra, this is only a medial supported shoe. So this shoe is really only good if you are overpronating. You're coming down the inside of your shoe. You're seeing more wear this way. If you're somebody who's supinating hard, if you're wearing the outside of your shoe out, then head on over to Altra, check out the Provision, check out the Paradigm, but this one might not be for you. So you're somebody who needs medial support, you want that nice rounded shape, you want to have a little more roly-poly in your everyday, you weren't a true 0 drop shoe, this shoe is great. In fact, just going to pull the curtain back a little bit on sneak peek for us, we booked more of this shoe than any other Altra shoe this year. We kind of put our money behind this shoe because we do way more with stability shoes than neutral shoes in this shop. And for us, like the Paradigm is our best selling Altra shoe that we have in the store. So we are excited to have this as another option for Altra people that want stability or people who just want a little bit of a drop to it. And I will say one thing I've noticed on both the Form and the Flow underfoot is I felt like that efficiency in the roll even more apparent on these than I did in my Forward Experience. Again, short sample size of just popping around my shop and quickly on the treadmill, but I just felt a little more efficiency in the new stuff than I did on the Forward Experience, and I felt that in both Form and the Flow. So now moving up to the Wild. This is a wild shoe, haha. So this shoe is a 4mm drop, 32, 28, blah, 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 standard fit, all that good kind of stuff, but this is the trail version of it. Actually, of all these threes, personally, I was most excited for this. I do a lot of trail stuff to it, and I prefer stuff with just a pinch of drop. So this is gonna be in my wheelhouse, and it has that nice efficiency roll to it. It doesn't have a Vibram outsole. This has the Max Trax, the same type of stuff you're gonna see, that same type of pattern that you're gonna find in a Lone Peak. You're gonna use we're using the same outsole material to it. And I think that's one of the things that also kept this shoe at 140 bucks. It's a nice, everyday, easy price point shoe. Just go out there and run some nice miles on the trail. Again, not a performance midsole, not a super technical outsole to it, just a nice everyday shoe for light, quick miles through the trail, hiking, whatever you want to do. It doesn't weigh a whole lot. It's 10 ounces, so it's not an overly aggressively heavy trail shoe. If you are looking for something more beefy from Altra, of course, that is their wheelhouse. There's a lot of great options out there, but personally for me, of all of the shoes that are new from them, I was most excited for this. It'll be exciting to see how this comes out and how it performs. A couple of just a little things that I'm kind of concerned, critical, however you want to say it. I wish these all cost the same. It's kind of interesting to me that the Flow and the Wild are both $140, while the Form comes in at $145. And I know you can say that this has the addition of stability, but I don't know, it's kind of silly to penalize somebody who needs a little more arch support by making them pay $5 more for such a shoe that's so similar to the others. I will also say that I found the depth to be a little bit better in the Flow than the Form. Again, in just my little side-by-side comparisons here. So like, if you're somebody who really needed to add an insert to it, if you didn't find there was enough stability in this shoe, and quite honestly, it is just light stability. This is not an overly aggressive, stable shoe. So if you're somebody who has like a big, beefy orthotic and you really wanted to pick up one of these guys and add your own custom orthotic to it to add some stability, you might be better off adding it to the Flow than the Form, even though usually sort of your mind goes right to get me a stability shoe and add some more to it if I have severe pronation. I think it might be harder to accommodate it in the Form, where the Flow you might have a little more play with the depth of the shoe. That's just my thoughts on there. So there you have it, 3 new exciting shoes from Altra coming out in spring of 24. We're very excited to have them, and if you're excited to have them in your collection, check out our link below. They'll take you right to our website, and if you enter promo code RUNMORE, that's RUNMOORE, just one word, you'll save 10% on any of these new exciting models, and we'll ship them out for free. If you have any questions on these, feel free to leave them down below. I know there's a lot of stuff we just went over here. I'll try to get back to you as soon as we can. And do me a solid, like and subscribe to our channel. It is a fun, free way to support our business. And if you find yourself in the greater Westminster, Maryland area, stop on by, say hello, check out our great selection, and happy running, happy everything. We'll see you around town.